Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, the one where we laugh and cry.
This is the greatest group of people, the greatest script. I have to do this.
We watched the Friends reunion. Was it worth the 17-year wait? We'll find out in the hot dish. Then, the long and short of it. Sara Rogers from the Mall of America is here with the hottest styles of shorts you need in your summer wardrobe. And most of the Midwest knows what a picky eater producer Ted is. But a new list that we found shows just how picky he really is. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Staples. Good morning, Belgrade. And good morning on Alaska, Wisconsin. And welcome and good morning to you. I'm Jace. Welcome to The Jason Show. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and Arby's Employee of the Month, Kendall Martin.
Curly fries.
She has the meats.
Oh, no,
That's
I
right.
don't.
That didn't sound great, did it?
No. I don't eat the meats.
That's right, you're a herbivore. And I am a carnivore.
I am a flexitarian.
Okay, that's one of those goofy words that your generation makes up.
Okay.
What in the name of Frogger is a flexitarian?
Well, I try not to eat a lot of meat, but sometimes it slips in.
I am an everythingitarian. I eat anything in front of me.
All the things.
All the things.
Nuh-uh, you don't eat that one thing.
I don't eat cottage cheese.
Yeah,
Speaking
that's
of
the thing.
not eating, coming up in a little bit, you just saw that. Just stay tuned. It's going to be good. Let me just compliment you to begin. You look amazing. I love the lipstick, the memorial, the blue, the red, white, and blue. You are fine as frog hair.
I was just waiting for something sassy. You
Yeah.
got anything else going
No,
in
that's
there?
it.
That's
That's
all?
it.
Why, thank you,
You're
Jason.
welcome. So, hold on a minute. Oh, okay. Are they ready? Okay. Let me tell you a little story. I used to work for an anchor who worked in Dallas. And she told me that the way she found out she got fired
Oh,
is because, you know, when you work at a station and you have a show, they sometimes put your picture in the lobby. And she walked in one day,
yeah.
and all that was remaining of where her picture was a dust frame. Her picture had already been removed. And she got into the building, and the boss said, "Come in my office, you're fired." Well, imagine my horror a couple weeks ago, about a week ago. If you visited us in the studio, you know that in the lobby there was a Jason Show poster
Yeah.
in the lobby.
Yep.
A week ago, it was removed. It was removed, and we got scared. We don't have a general manager. All of our staff is working at Town Ball. There's a lot of uncertainty. So we were like, what in the name of Ted is going on here? So a week, no one had any answers. Sorry, Jason, we don't know. The poster was moved basically to like the back of the building. So we decided, because we don't have a boss right now, it's like a Lord of the Flies. We decided, you know what? I'm going to take action into my own hands. Leo, are you there? I'm here. Leo, can you, is Ted ready to go? Do we have Ted in place?
Yeah, he's ready.
Okay, Ted is out of the control room. We now have him in the lobby. Go ahead, take the live shot, Leo. Let's have Ted. There's Ted. Now we're going to have Ted move the poster. Ted, there. Okay, Ted, take that.
Yeah, good job, Ted.
Okay.
Go. Oh, that's 70s
Now
show.
Ted is, that's 70s show. That's how cheap we are. We don't even get a new frame. Okay, Ted is now going in the lobby. Now there's the ugly poster that replaced us.
Yeah, what
Ted,
is
take
that?
it down. Okay.
Oh, they got a fullback.
Yeah. So now Ted, put us back up where we belong, right there.
Oh,
Ted, find the
sorry.
nail,
Oh,
Ted.
sorry.
Find the nail.
Just keep
Ted, okay.
pressing the wall.
Ted, grab that one and put it back, Ted, where we had us. There we go. Way in the back. See, right after, at the very end.
Yeah.
No one walks back there. Right there. Hang it, Ted. Find the nail, Ted. Ted, find the nail. There we go. Now run. Okay, there we go.
Good job, Ted. Good thing he runs.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And then I went and I moved that one and I put the Enough Said poster over there, and then I put the Fox poster over there. So it's all taken care of.
It's all handled.
So I hope after this bit we still have a show. Let's get this one done, just so we have one more good
Just
one.
in case.
Roll it, Leo. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. It's fun not having a general manager.
So fun.
It was Friends Night in America last night. I was one of the millions to watch the reunion on HBO Max, which had a lot of revelations. Jennifer Aniston revealed. Now, this is interesting because you would think the casting was easy. You know, everyone, oh, of course it's going to be Courtney Cox. Oh, of course it's going to be David Schwimmer. Of course it's going to be Matt LeBlanc. No. Jennifer Aniston was one of 1,000 women to audition. Jen came in, they loved her, but there was a problem. She was already on a CBS sitcom. Look at this.
Well, first of all, I had a graveyard of failed pilots. I'd done a pilot a year, and I thought that's what you do. You do a pilot a year, and you have some cash, and then you go on to another pilot. And I just remember sitting with these 5 other people and thinking, this is the greatest group of people, the greatest script. I have to do this. And I actually, with tail between my legs, hat in hand, went to the producer of the show I was on, because they hired me in second position, and I said, please release me from this show. I love this show that I'm doing right now. Nothing against your show. I just love these people, and I am having so much fun. And he said, he goes, I saw that show. I'm gonna tell you something. That show's not gonna make you a star. This show is gonna make you a star. And enough said.
Well, he's here tonight.
And he wasn't there that night. No, the show was called Muddling Through on CBS. She was, I think, a waitress. And obviously that didn't happen. But this is, I'm not gonna give everything away. I want you to watch the hour and 43-minute reunion. What's fascinating is to find out they had cast everybody else. And she was on this show. And had that show been a hit, she wouldn't have been able to do Friends. And they taped the pilot and like 3 episodes with Jennifer. Mm-hmm. So if CBS would have said no, we're gonna keep this other crappy show, they would have had to retape 3 episodes of Friends and find a new Rachel. So they really, Marta Kaufman and David Crane, who created it, really rolled the dice. Because the problem was, Rachel as the character was the hardest one to cast because she was the brat. But you needed someone that could make her lovable because there was a danger of the audience not liking her, you know?
Right.
But you needed a Jennifer Aniston to make her lovable. And boy, did Jen do that.
Can you imagine? I mean, the show, would it have been as big of a success? Like, maybe. We don't know, though, without that cast.
Well, or if they were in different positions. Courtney Cox wanted the role of Rachel, but they said, no, you're Monica. Or, I'm sorry, it was the other way around. And Courtney's like, she did Monica, and then, the rest is history. There were so many great things about this. I should tell you, because even my boss didn't know. My boss thought it was an episode. No, it's not a new episode of Friends. It's a reunion special. Done so well. I loved it. I don't get what the naysayers. It was, I think, perfectly produced. It was a little interview, and then they would go to them reminiscing on the set, and then they would play a trivia game like they did on the show, which was a vehicle for some guest stars. And then at the very end, I'm going to show you the next little highlight I'm going to show you, and then you can watch the rest. It's really with Matthew Perry. You go through this whole hour and 45 minutes, and you really realize, even if you're not a fan of the show, you really realize what an impact the show had globally. They interview friends from all over the globe that loved and related to the show. And then you see what the show meant to the Six. And you get to the end of the hour, and they played this really touched me, they played a beautiful version of the theme song while Matthew Perry got emotional. We've been watching Matthew a lot, talking about him. He got emotional when talking about what the cast means to him. This is at the very end. Look at this.
The best way that I can describe it is after the show was over at a party or any kind of social gathering, if one of us bumped into each other, that was it. That was the end of the night. You just
Sat with
the person all night long.
I remember, yeah.
And that was it. You apologized to the people you were with, but they had to understand you had met somebody special to you, and you were going to talk to that person for the rest of the night. And that's the way.
I'm not laughing, I'm crying because it's so true.
That's the way it worked.
It was so nice because then the other thing the special did, Kendall and all you watching, was the moments that we've seen 1,000 times, the opening credits when they're dancing in the fountain. What was beautiful about this was they showed you never before seen footage of the moments after those where the camera keeps rolling. So like the pivot scene. Pivot! They let you see what happened directly afterwards. And you see Matthew Perry and David Schwimmer losing it, laughing. And Kit Harington, they have a couple stars talking about their favorites. Kit Harington said, and this will be my final point, he said something about the show universally, which I thought speaks very directly to one of the reasons why the show was a hit. He said, if you look at that script for the pivot episode, if you look at the written word, it just says pivot 4 times with an exclamation mark. There's no inherent comedy in there. The comedy comes from the cast. The expert delivery of the comedic skills of Schwimmer, who decided to say pivot the way that he did. You know what I mean?
Right.
Seems like, but if you just look at the script, there's no comedy there. Schwimmer and the cast made it funny with Matthew, screaming, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." It's, love it or hate it, one of the best cast shows ever. And this reunion, I think, was nostalgic in all the best and right ways. And I think you're going to like it. It's on HBO Max right now. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us. The hot dish is really hot and not done yet. Next, some Glee cast members are finally spilling the tea on how bad, allegedly, Lea Michele was on the set. My goodness. Then, how short is too short? Fashion Diva Sara Rogers will give you the Beach 411 on what style of shorts are in this season. And just when you thought you knew how picky Ted was when it came to food, a new document shines a shocking light on his restrictive palate. That and more when we come back.
Time you were here in this studio was
so
March
weird.
11th, which was the day before everything shut down. It was very weird. It was very strange. Do you remember the chat we had up in your dressing room before the show started?
Because I was promoting the film the day before seeing you.
Yes.
The movie was coming out. 2 hours before I came to your show, the movie was being pulled from the theatres. So you walked into my dressing room and you said, "Hello, is your movie coming out?" And I went, "No, but I'm very happy to be here."
And take a look at her here, setting up the plot of A Quiet Place 2, having known 2 hours earlier the movie wasn't coming out.
The movie continues on where the first one ended, so she's now a single mother, 3 children, one of whom is a newborn baby. House is burnt down, where does she go? Who does she trust? And the world ventures out, the action sequences, and it's madness.
Hand me an award.
I so enjoy her. Emily Blunt on Corden. Speaking of James, people were freaking out about him hosting the Friends reunion. I mentioned it briefly. I'll say it again. He's barely in it. And he provided a really great moment. He's good. Again, you don't want guest stars hosting something like that. You need a traffic cop. You need someone that can keep the conversation going. Yep. He did it really well. So I don't get the backlash about him. Next in the dish, one of the stars of Glee is speaking out about the culture on the set of the Fox hit, particularly the alleged bullying. And I hate the over and misuse of that word, but it seems like it's appropriate here. The alleged bullying from cast member Lea Michele. Heather Morris is confirming the rumors. If you forget who she played Brittany Pierce. Brittany S. Pierce, I'm sorry. It's Friday. Here's a reminder, look at this.
I'm trying to stage a comeback here.
Okay, but what exactly are you coming back from? Listen, Rachel, I'm gonna give you some tough love right now. You're not a trendsetter. When people look at you, they don't see what you're wearing. They see a cat getting its temperature taken, and then they hear it screaming.
Heather said Leah's bullying was very hush-hush on the set, and she didn't feel like it was her place to say something at the time. She also said that the only one who did speak up and was honest about what was happening was the late Naya Rivera. Naya wrote a book about it, actually, or was not all about it, but one part of it. Last year, another former Glee star, Samantha Ware, spoke out, saying Leah made her life miserable on the set, and Leah apologized. It's the cliche of sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't give a lot of validity to a lot of these rumors. Sometimes people just don't mix. And when you're in a big ensemble, there's going to be 1, 2, 3 people that, for whatever reason, your personalities clash. However, come on, give me a break, Sally. There's been, what, 10 people at my count that has said something very similar about Leah. So shame on you for acting that way. And number 2, kind of shame on the bosses. Shame on the bosses. You knew, I get that Glee was a cash cow for the network. It really was. It was printing money because the show itself, the ad dollars into the music it generated weekly. I get that it was a cash cow and Leah was a giant part of that. But you couldn't sit her down and say, don't be a beast.
Right.
You know, treat people like, oh, I don't know, a human being. I know here, I'm not kidding, no one would ever get away with that. That's one of the good things about this place is that won't be tolerated. Jeff would smack me across the forehead, and he should, if I treated the crew or anybody like that. You don't do that. You don't treat people like that.
Well, she wasn't.
I do fire you on a weekly basis, but that's totally different. Yeah.
I mean, she didn't come in, from what I remember, being any kind of anybody either. Not that would give her an ability to act that way, but you come in too big for your britches and then you continue that on. Props to the rest of the cast that you could never tell watching the show.
No.
That they all were able to just kind of pull it together for what we all really enjoyed and loved.
It seems she's a victim of what my radio boss says, you believe your own press. You know, when the world, and that's why she also, really good advice. If you be careful believing anything that you read, you know, as far as accolades, because if you believe the good stuff and you make that a part of your personality and you make that a foundation of your self-esteem, then you gotta accept the bad parts too. It seems like she heard, oh, Leah's this, Leah's great, and it went to her head. And yeah, it's just very unfortunate, because it's one of many stories. Next in the dish, one of the stars of Downton Abbey is opening up about why he left the show. Spoiler alert, everybody, if you haven't watched it yet. Spoiler alert, okay, you've been warned. Dan Stevens, who played Matthew Crawley, told an Australian newspaper that he was concerned about being typecast if he stayed on the show too long and wanted more variety in his career. Since leaving Downton, he's appeared in blockbusters like The Cobbler, The Man Who Invented Christmas, and Her Smell. Oh, Her Smell. That was nominated. He played Dirtbag Danny in Her Smell.
Oh, that just doesn't go.
Here's what I want to say about that.
Yeah.
You're afraid of being typecast as what? A snooty British man? And also, he was supposed to, again, spoiler alert, because I do want you to watch Downton Abbey, everyone. I'm going to give you a second. I'm looking at my non-existent watch. They kill him off, okay?
Right. Season 3.
Thank you. The creator said, hey, dude, please come back. Can you come back for one episode so we can give your character a proper goodbye for the viewers? He said no.
Really?
Come on there, butthead. The show made you popular. All they're asking for is one more episode to tie up your storyline, and you couldn't do that. Julian Fellows, who invented it, said he was in a rush to get to America. Call me crazy, but I think Delta flies to England a couple times a day. He could have, you know.
He did.
I don't like that.
I don't either. He did Beauty and the Beast afterwards, but that's probably the only really great thing that happened. Whether it's Jan Brady or the little girl from My Girl, Anna Klumsky, or this guy, I never like people who are not grateful for the projects that made them or brought them to the public eye. I think that's bad. That's in bad taste. Right. We were talking about that with Bridgerton. We hope that doesn't happen this time with Renee Jean Page.
Yeah.
How he's like, oh no, I want to do other things. Just sure, because
as they say, remember where you came from. Remember where you came from, and that's that's a lot of people that start here locally and they get big. you know, and then when they come back, it's like, oh, I can't go on local media. Yeah, girl, local media made you. Just FYI. I'm not saying.
He's being shady.
I'm being real, is what I'm being. There are several people that started here locally, went on to do big national things, and then when they come back and they want promotion for their projects, they act like the media that they started in is below them. To which I say, I don't have time for you. If you don't think this show and Twin Cities Live and all the Twin Cities media ain't good enough for you, maybe we're not. Maybe you need to go back to New York.
And that's the tea.
Next in the dish, and I'm not really talking about anybody specific. We're a week and a half away from the debut of The Bachelorette. ABC dropped a little teaser to get us excited. Look at this.
I knew you were pretty, but you were like pretty.
Let the journey begin.
Bring on the men. You know, is this a dream? I don't know. Oh my God. It's Blake.
I didn't come here for the bromance. I came here for followers.
I'm like shaking right now.
I think it's about time she's learned the truth.
This is just insane.
I'm done. Someone booked my flight home.
I always try to balance because I'm a little feisty today, as you can tell. I'm spilling the tea, so I want to be positive.
Please.
This looks dramatic. Katie Thurston, same thing. Is the Bachelorette. She was eliminated on Matt James's season, but became a fan favorite when she acted as a peacemaker. Switzerland with the cast. Do you enjoy her?
I do, because I mean, peacemaker is one way to put it. She also just told people, like, you can't act like that. I like people like that.
Do you find her? But is she going
to be a good Bachelorette?
Thank you.
I don't.
Thank you for finding my words.
I don't know. Only because I don't know if she'll have. I would assume she'd have that same tenacity with people she dates, but she certainly didn't really with Matt James.
Okay.
Like, she told him what was happening, but was also very like, oh, hi, you know. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll have to watch and see.
We'll see.
Give her the benefit of that. I'm going to bust on the poor lady before we even watch. So good luck, Katie.
Yeah.
Next in the dish, Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil are back. Those are words I just never thought I would say on the show. The Rugrats reboot dropped on Paramount Plus overnight. The Nickelodeon show was a hit in the 90s. And among the changes for the reboot, Phil and Lil's mom, Betty, is a lesbian. She's an openly gay single mom. Betty, she was married to Howard in the original, but her sexuality was often a topic of conversation among viewers. Natalie Morales, the actress, not the journalist, not from today, is the voice. Who knew there were Rugrat lesbians?
Well, okay, so she was the mom, if you don't know. She was the mom in the purple sweatshirt, not the mom that was on the phone. That was Chucky's mom. Anyway, Phil and Lil's mom, that was her. I always thought she was a single mom, and I guess even at that age, I wouldn't have thought like, oh, she's an openly gay single mom. But I kind of think I thought that. Does that make sense?
To quote Emma Thompson, I don't have a bloody clue what you just said.
Okay, I'm of the Rugrats generation, and that makes sense to me. And I like it.
You like, yeah, I mean, I love lesbians.
Me too.
I mean, they're in a separate headquarters now than we are, but I mean, it's fine.
They're not in Golden Valley.
No,
They're in St. Louis Park?
Yeah, headquarters is in Golden Valley, and then the lesbians got sick of us, and they moved to Inver Grove Heights. So that's where headquarters are. That's right.
Okay.
A much better facility. Ours is getting remodeled.
Right behind the American Legion.
So I got to go to West Elm and pick up some bases after this for the lobby. What time is it? Oh, we got to go. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us. Back in a moment. Welcome back. It's one of my favorite things to do on Fridays, hearing what you have to say about the show, the good, the bad, and even the ugly. That's what I was reading. I was reading the good right now. The Jason Show Fan Club Facebook, they do a live chat during our show.
Yeah.
It's on fire. They're loving your lipstick, by the way. What brand is it, do you know?
Always MAC.
Always
MAC.
MAC?
No, I mean, it's MAC.
Oh,
I
okay.
always have MAC lipstick.
Got it.
This is Ruby Woo. It's, I think, their bestseller of all time.
Oh, perfect. Mine is Rugrat Lesbian. That's my Love
Phil
it.
and Lil's mom.
That's right. I love that. Good for Rugrats. Anyway, roll it, Leo. Open up the mailbag this morning.
You've got mail.
First, we're still getting quite a few responses to our debate yesterday over cake and ice cream. Kendall and executive producer Jeff, boy, we had fun with this, say the two desserts do not, look at her face, do not go together. I strongly disagree, and it seems a big majority of you are on my side. Vicky says, Kendall is so wrong. 4 S's. Cake and ice cream, big yes. Cheryl says, I've never been to a birthday party where they didn't serve cake and ice cream. Very good point that we didn't even bring up. And B-Coy, I love that name, B-Coy on Instagram was more blunt. Cake and ice cream go together. If you don't think so, you're stupid. Okay. Oh, I don't think he was talking about you, my love. Is that what, look at that shady face. Are you sending it to B-Coy?
Excuse me, B-Coy.
I mean,
got something to say, you can come right up in here. Actually, not until we allow people back in.
That's
and
right.
I will give you a look.
Now, normally I do not like the use of the word stupid, but that was very funny. Just yeah. Don't use that word, kids. I actually don't like that word anymore. But
it's not my fault. People don't have taste. Good taste about cake and ice cream.
I question that with those boots. Anyway,
You did not!
Sticking with, I love your boots. You know I do.
These boots are fabulous.
They are.
Oh, thanks, Leo.
Oh, I hope you get them back to Peter Pan in time to go back to Neverland. Speaking with the topic of food, many of you, and I mean many of you, had something to say about producer Ted and his picky eating habits after he went to the Mall of America on Wednesday to eat his first ever mall pretzel Okay, and these two ladies are like our MVPs.
We love them.
Just staring at Ted. He also tried a few other food court favorites. Rico writes, we love Rico. Ted, I think your diet/eating habits may play a part in your dating debacle. The slimy Cinnabon comment was priceless. Yeah, if you missed it, friends, Ted thought Cinnabons were slimy. Alyssa says, I thought Ted and I were alike, both picky eaters. Wisconsin sports fans and love The Bachelor. But him saying Cinnabons are slimy, he deserves to be fired today. We're running out of staff. I can't. They're all at Fox 9 Town Ball. We need everyone we can get. We need every single person we can get.
The only reason I'm still here.
That's right. Mary Beth is next. She says, he is so funny. I can't believe he hasn't eaten all these things. He must have led a very sheltered life. I read that a couple days ago and I laughed out loud. I was by myself. Linda says, I thought I was picky, but Ted takes it to a whole new level. And finally, Lily. She says, poor Ted. He's as picky as my 5-year-old. How is he supposed to take a girl to dinner? It's a very good point. Very good point.
Poor Ted.
Poor Ted. But, I mean, I'm not joking, and you're going to see what we're going to do next. And you can back me up here. Mm-hmm. Throughout in commercial breaks, when we're talking in meetings, we will mention a food.
Right. That's seemingly very normal.
Very normal.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Ted say? Oh.
I'll be like, I've never had that.
I've never eaten.
Why would you eat that?
I've never eaten that.
Melted cheese? Ugh.
Years. This has gone on for years.
We're just letting you in now.
We're letting you into Ted's life. But we do. We get a lot of comments about Ted going, now we know why he's single. No, he's just going to find a lovely, beautiful lady that's just as picky as him. And they will sit around and just eat plain peanut butter and sandwiches and be in love.
Or maybe she'll be a really good cook and she'll like come up with really masterful recipes of the 5 food things he eats.
I love your positivity, but that's never going to happen. That will never, ever happen.
One of us has to be positive with that kind of an attitude.
You're right. I'm going to turn the ship around. Because inevitably, speaking of emails, you know, when I get a little feisty like I am today, when I get a little spicy, some of you like it, but I will inevitably mark my word. What time is it? 10:34. I swear on my Dallas collection, I will get an email that will be like, Jason, it usually starts off like this, Jason,
comma,
I usually like you. But today, you're very negative, to which I'm always surprised. People are surprised that I'm a smart aleck, you know? Anyway, you can connect with us on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search for Jason Show TV. Sincerely, guys, you're the best viewers. We love reading your emails. You're funnier than we are, and just greatly, greatly appreciate it. But next, as I said, you thought you saw the last of Ted's picky food habits? Wait. Just wait. We just got the list of foods Ted will and will not eat from his friend. And Kendall and I will try to guess what's what, where they are, what they are when we come back. Back in a moment. Welcome back, my TV friends. Kathy Peterson writes, Jason, Kendall's boots are great. You're stupid. Told you, best viewers in the world. We just talked about how picky producer Ted is when it comes to food. He's so picky. How picky is he? His friends, this is not, we didn't do this for the show, right, Kendall? Back me up.
For real.
This is for reals. His friends actually came up with a list of what Ted will or will not eat. So what's on it? It's up for Kendall and I to guess in a game we call Eat It or Avoid It. Hit it, Leo. Kendall and Picky Ted join me now. Hello, Ted.
Good morning.
Okay, we're gonna list a food. This is how it's gonna work. We're gonna say a food, and Kendall and I have to guess if Ted will eat it or avoid it. Ted, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Kendall, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. I had the list right in front of me. Number 1, please play at home. Pizza. Eat it or avoid it. Kendall?
He will eat it if it's fresh, not if it's in a box.
What?
He will eat it. Let's roll. Is it? Yes! He will eat it. And Ted, I think that should be your profile pic on dating sites right there.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, next, Kendall, here we go. Butter. Good old-fashioned American butter. Eat it or avoid it. Kendall?
God help you. Please eat it.
I say no, avoid it. The answer? No.
You grew up in the Dairyland.
The butter has to be disguised.
Like what, in a drag queen costume? What do you mean the butter has to be disguised?
It needs to be melted and soaked in. And me not know that it's there for me to consume it.
Is he being serious?
You're not joking, are you, Ted?
No, I'm serious.
So
What's wrong with you, Ted?
Did Leo just scream at you? What's wrong?
Wow.
So if the pat of butter is visible on the kern of the cob, you won't eat it?
Yeah, and I also don't like corn on the cob.
It's literally one of my favorite foods. Let's move on. I know, Kendall, I can't take this. Next, Leo put it up, beans. Beans.
There's no way he eats
There's
that.
no way on God's green earth. No beans. Anything in particular you have against the bean?
There's not a whole lot of flavor.
Okay. Next, Leo, go ahead and put it up. Ranch dressing, the official condiment of the great state of Minnesota. Eat it or avoid it. Kendall.
I think he avoids it.
He avoids it. There's no way. The answer? No.
Oh my gosh, Ted, I was hoping I was wrong.
Ted.
I'm not into creamy stuff.
Ted, please get that on a t-shirt at the fair.
God's gift to yours.
Ted, have you ever had it?
Probably not.
Wait a minute.
So how do you know you don't like it?
It just doesn't look very appealing.
Okay. Anyway. Okay, next. Put this up, Leo. Spaghetti.
Oh yeah, he eats that.
Fine, yes, eat it. Yay! Yes, he eats it. But wait.
See, I'm not a monster.
Wait. There's always an asterisk. What's your condition on the spaghetti?
Well, it used to be that everything had to be separate.
Yeah, and he doesn't eat fettuccine, right? You don't eat like the
Separate.
Alfredo sauce?
Alfredo, no way.
Okay. Next, we're going to stay in this category, lasagna. Eat it or avoid it, Kendall.
Well, since it's all packed together, I'm going to go with avoid it. Plus, he doesn't eat cheese.
Yeah, it's a hard no. Let's see. No.
Yeah, no.
Hard no. Hard no.
Have you ever had lasagna?
I have. It's gross.
Okay.
You would not have survived in my house or Jason's house.
Yeah.
Would have
Okay.
starved.
Next, we kind of know the answer. Green beans. That's a hard. I mean, we even have to ask. I'm going avoid it, right, Kendall?
I'm going to just be contrarian and say you eat it.
Let's see the answer.
Hey!
What? Now, wait a minute. Explain yourself quickly.
Yeah, green beans different from your typical pinto bean or black beans.
He has a point.
They're a little bit. They have a little more purpose.
But without butter.
No butter. No butter.
Thanksgiving. Just Thanksgiving dinner. Or no, carrots. I'm sorry, carrots. Carrots. Let's go to carrots. Yeah, eat it or avoid it?
Eat it.
Avoid it. Ted? Wait a minute. It's a split answer?
Like boiled or raw or something?
This is very tricky because I will not eat cooked carrots, but cold carrots I will eat.
That's very odd. Usually it's the opposite.
I'm the opposite. Okay, one more. The aforementioned Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving dinner, the stuffings, the mashed potatoes, the turkey.
There's no way.
There is no way.
No way.
I have a better chance of getting on Rugrats. There's no. What is it? Ted?
Yeah.
No. It's got to be the worst holiday out there.
Ted, that hurts my feelings.
Oh. I can't imagine how many people you've upset in one segment.
I'm one of them.
This weekend, get ready, Ted. Your weekend is going to be spent answering emails on our Facebook page. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Picky Eater Ted right there. Sara Rogers, and what shorts are short, the short of it when we come back. Back in a moment. Oh my goodness. Hi, I'm Jason, and I don't like creamy things. It's the age-old question, how short is too short and how long is too long when it comes to shorts? Joining us with the answer to that very important question is our dear friend, the Fashion Diva, the fashion icon of the Mall of America, our forever friend, Sara Rogers. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, Jason.
How are you?
I'm well. It's so great to see you.
It's so good to see you. Okay, let's get started because I want to get through all these because shorts are one of those things that I really do think the styles do change more than other types of clothes. Am I right on that, Sara?
Well, there's no shortage of short shorts. Back in our day, remember? Back in our day, we called them Daisy Dukes.
Yes.
I'm hearing a lot of ladies call them panty shorts because they're short. You've heard the phrase, sun's out, buns out.
Yeah.
But this season, there is a spotlight on Bermuda shorts, which means they're hovering right around the knee.
Perfect.
And I've got a few to share with you.
We're going to start with denim, right, Sara?
Yes. We love our denim. It's the backbone of most casual wardrobes. I went over to the Buckle store and I found a great pair of denim Bermuda shorts. They're by Can, and they're the curvy fit. Curvy meaning K-U-R-V-Y. What I like about these, if you're a girl like myself that's either fuller in the hips or fuller in the thighs, I'm a little fuller in the thighs, but have a smaller waist, this is a great brand for you to consider. Because they are fitted, I went with a little flowier top, that beautiful floral print top, also from the Buckle. And then keep in mind, if you like to make your bottom half look a little thinner, the darker the wash of your denim, the more slimming they'll be.
Sara, I love that. Well, first of all, you could wear a garbage bag and be beautiful, but that top on you is so pretty. I don't mean to put you on the spot. Where's that top from? Do you remember?
That's from the Buckle as well.
Okay, that's women are going to want that top. Let's go to Let's go to sweat shorts.
Yes. Well, we've been living in our sweatpants, so the next step is to go to our sweat shorts. But Jason, I've got a little surprise for you. I crossed the aisle to get these sweat shorts. I do this personally. I bought these in the men's department at H&M.
Yeah.
Yes, I love them because, for a while it was hard to find shorts that were hovering around the knee. I don't wear my shorts short anymore. I like them, around this length. And the men's shorts tend to be longer. And because they're sweat shorts, they usually have that little drawstring, which allows you to kind of customize it to fit your waist. You might even be able to go down a size, just kind of play with it. But I love the olive green color. I put it with this gray tank that I found at Aritzia. That fun bag with that strap on that is from Ever-E. That's a great travel bag because it is convertible. The straps can, go in a few different ways. So I love that. A little baseball cap and some sandals from Aldo. You're out the door, fun, casual, and feeling good.
I like the strap. You're right. I'm glad you the strap on that bag is really good.
Yes, I think it can really add a little punch to your outfit.
Next, black and white shorts.
Yes, prints. A lot of ladies like prints. Keep in mind, sometimes prints can camouflage more than a solid. So if that's something that you want to consider, and I'm seeing matched sets as a really big trend this season. And this is from White House Black Market. Although I have to tell you that I goofed on this, Jason. This top is reversible. So it reverses and looks just like the exact same pattern as the shorts. I'm wearing it on the other side. So that you really get two tops for one, basically, with that. Great sandals also from White House Black Market, and just a little shirt jacket over it, just because if you're wearing something fitted and you want a little bit of, smoke and mirrors,
That's
something a little oversized with something slim generally tends to work well.
Dress shorts, finally.
Yes, you can dress your shorts up. I headed over to the Aritzia store and I found this beautiful pair of ivory white shorts. I added a blazer, so consider doing that. And you can wear it with sneakers. I often wear my sneakers, like my Converse. I love those. But also you can step it up with a great pair of sandals. Aldo has some great sandals also in that ivory color that are done with that little clear strap. And that's a big trend too, Jason.
Selfishly, we have about 30 seconds. I want to ask for the dudes in the audience, because this for us changes every year. What is the hot length for men's shorts, Sarah?
Well, it'll come down to fit. Mid-thigh, I think, is always kind of a safe bet.
Mid-thigh? Okay. I can do that. So I'll get rid of my Daisy Dukes for this season then. I'll get rid of those.
I love it.
Have a great holiday weekend, sweetie. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you, too.
For all these looks, you can find them at the Mall of America and follow them on Instagram. We're going to take a break. We'll wrap things up for this week right after this. Welcome back. Checking our social media about Ted, his pickiness. Julie wins comment of the day. Julie writes, under no circumstances would I suggest a woman I know date Ted. Oh, poor Ted. I have faith. Because I think Ted's a good-looking guy. I think he's smart. He has obviously a great career.
Great sense of humor.
Great sense of humor. A woman would be lucky to have Ted.
Absolutely.
Let's get to our question right here. Mystery question. Ready? What movie will you watch on TV no matter how many times you've seen it? The answer when we come back. I try to be fair. We've had a lot of fun at Ted's expense. Christy writes, I can relate to Ted. Butter is disgusting.
Wow.
There we go. Bubblegum Goodbye. What movie, no matter how many times you've seen it, if it comes on TV, you have to watch it again. Ladies first.
I turn on any of the Harry Potter movies if they're on TV. I just have them on in the background.
I don't mean to copy you, but yes. And The American President with Michael Douglas and my girlfriend Annette Bening. I love that movie. I love it. Ever seen it?
No.
It's a quality motion picture, written, directed by Rob Reiner. Quality motion picture, written by Aaron Sorkin, directed by the great Rob Reiner. Yeah, it's really good. Next week, why did I scream? The Gadget Guy will join us with gifts for dads and grads. Stephanie Hansen, who, by the way, today is Stephanie Hansen's birthday. We love her. She's one of my favorites. She's one of my dear friends. I love you. Happy birthday. If you're a kid and you're watching and you're being bullied, like, well, that one right there, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you're doing it wrong. Have a great holiday weekend. Be safe, everyone.